It is Tuesday, January 17th, 2016, and you're listening to day 2 of the Irrational Passions 2016 Game of the Year show. I'm Alex O'Neill, your Game of the Year, and as always, I'm joined by Scott Cuthier.
Hello.
Tony Horvath.
Goodbye.
Brian Nabashin Jackson.
Omaha, Nebraska is where 311's from.
Did I cut out or?
No.
I think we lost Alex.
Oh, okay.
Let's start.
Am I back? Did something happen? Did I just
Welcome back.
Hey,
Yep.
welcome.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
You need to introduce day 2.
Day 2. Hey, it's day 2. I hope you listened to day 1 because that's when it happened. I don't know. This is 5 days, 5 parts, 5 fights, 4 friends, Irrational Passions, Game of the Year, podcast extraordinaire extravaganza. Full disclosures at the beginning of this. I'm not going to go through all of it, but just general. Don't take this personally. It's just our list. Don't take this personally, the 3 of you as well.
But it's our list. I have to.
Spoilers might come up. It's fair game. We will try.
Spoilers will come up.
They will come up. Just we'll try and preface it. I think that's it. We're going through our categories and we're picking 2 runners up and a winner for each category. So, you guys want to get started?
Nope. I think we need to do this later.
Well, it is later. So here we are.
Here we are.
Nabashin, you want to go through the categories and I'm going to plug in Ethernet so that I don't disconnect randomly again?
Sure. Today, day 2, our categories are, let's see, favorite male character of 2016, favorite female character of 2016, best Overwatch character, best companion, best background character, the Dat Boy Award for the most Danny Juarez character, and the most unlikable character.
The most unlikable, like least likable, but most.
In other words, character day.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
characters. Character
is-
categories.
This is like my favorite thing that we do at this place, at our game. This place that is the Game of the Year. Is
Character day.
yeah, I like talking about characters, not just like singling down just one, but just like talk about all of them more or less.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go through it. I'm gonna get my screen share on so that the kids watching the video versions
I'm
of
gonna
this
get my bait meme on. Hold on.
will be able to kind of follow along. Space this out a little bit so we can focus on one category at a time. All right. Category number 1, favorite male character. Any particular reason why we separated male and female characters?
Certain reasons, yes. Mostly
Because males are better.
No, Jesus fucking Christ. It's not enough sexism in our industry, huh, Tony? Just gotta throw on a little bit more.
Need some more.
like honestly, I did want this to be like the best like protagonist type of thing, but it was kind of like someone like Rashid, who I like, but it's not like that's not going to be like best male character or something like that. So that was mostly the reason why, honestly.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to clarify that out for our listeners.
Believe me, if I could just generalize it as a character, I wanted to, but I just wanted to like separate.
And it's I thought it was a really good year for female characters. And I think it will continue to be. I'd like to highlight the fact that there are a lot more female protagonists. It's starting to kind of swing. The pendulum's starting to swing a little bit better in that direction.
I think we have more females on our list than we have males on this list. So
yeah, and I think most of them are better. So
yeah, for sure.
So this is obviously absolutely a gender inclusive podcast, and we want to highlight some of those excellent female characters out there and tell people like, hey, keep doing this, keep making these characters because they're amazing. So let's start with best male character of 2016, Henry from Firewatch, the Doomslayer from Doom. If you did not put that one together, Jack Joyce from Quantum Break, Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4, Noctis Lucas Kylum from Final Fantasy 15, Adam Jensen from Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Itsuki from Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3, JD Phoenix from Gears of War 4, Junpei, Carlos, and Sigma, all 3 different characters from Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, Sebastian from Stardew Valley, Bruce Wayne from Batman the Telltale series, Oswald Cobblepot from Batman the Telltale series, Guzma from Pokemon Guzma from Pokemon Sun and Moon, Otis from Owlboy, and Corvo from Dishonored 2, and now that's what I call bait.
90s albums, let's go.
Fucking hate you. So for like characters that have existed before this year, like, is this strictly new characters, or is this?
It could be characters like someone who made a big impact this year.
Okay,
like kind of like how we had Geralt last year as one of the best characters because of that reason.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I just want to kind of specify that out front because Corvo and Nathan Drake, obviously not new characters, but I definitely agree that they had some impact. So off the bat, there's not a lot of characters here, I feel like, from games that Scott and Tony liked.
Whoa.
Yes and no. If you go ahead and take a look at my top 10 list,
yes,
there's not a lot of distinctive characters themselves in that list.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there any characters here that you guys are particularly attached to?
I guess my main question is like, what counts as a male character? Because like, what differentiates a male character from like a background character?
We have another category from.
Yeah, more.
I know that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what he means. More of a main character, more of someone you interact with. You could play as like a background character. I feel is someone who is someone who's in the background who you can't really interact with as far as like having control over them.
So like, for example, Sebastian from Stardew Valley technically doesn't count as a male character of 2016 then, because you don't play as him.
I don't even know why I put him on there. So that's probably my mistake.
Like a lot of the girls from Stardew Valley are on the next list as well. So I'm just confused where that line is, because otherwise background character doesn't really deserve its own list.
I feel like anyone that develops goes beyond a background character.
I think that's a pretty good description of it. But in that case, you know,
I think
what qualifies a background character?
Background character is like one note. I think it's implied. Maybe that note's real good. Scott got dropped out of the call just for reference to people listening. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. He texted us saying, and we're off to a fantastic start, only to be foiled by Google.
Fuck Google.
I think so. Like, yeah, I think characters with development with an arc. So all the Stardew Valley characters would count as like primary male and female characters for sure.
So like, Hal from Pokemon Sun and Moon counts?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's one of the main characters of that story, as far as I understand.
Okay, so now I understand what we're looking at for the categories.
Yeah, so like essentially a main male character, someone part of the narrative, versus someone who maybe only has one note or one instance. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. How do you feel about Uncle Death?
I think he does a background character.
I feel
think
like
he's a background character as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if he fits our current description of a background character.
Under the best background character list already. I had him there.
I think
here's our limit. Our other background characters are also the other 3 bros from Final Fantasy 15. So they've got to essentially be more than those guys.
That's why we have best companion. Those are companions more than background characters.
Okay, I get it. So just character that has dick. Got it.
I think like Uncle Death could qualify as a companion.
Yeah, totally.
In a certain sense of the word, he's kind of hanging out with you in that arcade.
Can we have an award for best skateboarder of 2016? Uncle Death.
Well, yeah, but it would be Death, but it'd be from Manuel Samuel, not your game.
I think. I think he would qualify. I think like the Dat Boy Award encompasses that quite a bit.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's what I was just asking, if there's anyone we're particularly attached to. Like, I don't think Noctis is going to make the top of this list, even though I like that character quite a bit. I don't think he's one of the best 3.
So who are the best 3?
Nathan Drake. for me.
I just want to say we could take out the Zero Escape characters personally.
Anything you want to shout out about them?
Yeah. You ain't getting away from explaining this song.
Yeah,
They are here.
I mean, I was just saying that, but like, Junpei, Carlos, and Sigma. Junpei, for a particular reason, I feel shouldn't be on here, because of how he developed from previous games.
Okay.
Which I kind of don't really want to say, which I kind of didn't even want to say in the beginning, but whatever, we're fine. Same with Sigma. I felt like Sigma is a different story. Sigma, from the previous game, Virtue's Last Reward, that's more where his development was, and this one he just kind of is there. He's still a main force and a big part of that game, but like as far as like personality wise, I just feel like he's more just there than he was in Virtue's Last Reward. And Carlos is kind of just a goober. I like him. He does, and he has a really good impact in that game. But like, he's a good thread piece for all this stuff that you're going through in that game. But yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool, fair enough. For me, two that stick out are Drake. Obviously, I think this was like the best year for that character. I think they really did a lot with something that was like relatively safe for that series. And Bruce Wayne from Batman and Telltale series.
I agree with both of those.
Those are my two standouts.
Adam Jensen didn't do much for you this year?
Adam Jensen's fine. You know, he's cool in the very literal sense of the word. He has like one really good moment for me in that game where like he's talking to like this augmented rights activist, and he like essentially is just like, dude, like, why are you trying to go against me? I'm on your side. Look at my robot arms. I'm one of you. And that I thought was a really great moment for him. And outside of that, like, he was pretty gruff white male protagonist. Like, even like, it's so sad. Like, I wish there were more. If there were more moments like that in that game, it would have been far better. His character would have been far better too. Jack Joyce shouldn't be on this list. Also, he's just like super boring.
Can we cut Henry from garbage?
I mean,
they figured it out, Scott.
Oh no, now they know.
I told them. They would. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Garbage.
I hate you, Scott. Henry and Delilah are two of my favorite characters from the year. I know I'm not gonna.
And before you cut them, I don't think I ever told you. You get why I don't like the game.
Yeah,
but I never quite told you what my beef with Henry was. Just the one with Delilah.
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
So through every decision of the game, and this is kind of prevalent, but it has been the most prevalent in this one. The decision I wanted to make was so far from the decision that I made based off of what I was given and where I thought it would go.
Like the dialogue choices, or okay.
So I ended up going in what I presumed to be the opposite path of where I wanted to be going.
Okay.
So, and then some of his other decisions, some of his other conclusions just never made sense to me for the path that I took. Where I'm pretty sure that if I played it again, you know how unlikely that is to happen, that might have gone better.
Mm-hmm.
If those things lined up. It would have gone so much better if those things lined up a little better. Even just a little bit.
You're not alone in that opinion, Scott. I've heard that complaint about Overwatch as well from other people.
It is the downfall from those kind of pointless choice-driven games, because it's the huge meaning of that choice is for your own for your own personal experience with the game, but it's in these cases that hurt the game and the experience, not help it.
Yeah, I mean, like, My thing with Firewatch is like I think the writing was what was really strong about that game. Like the way that the dialogue was written was like so natural and so charismatic in a way that like I thought was like really incredible. Of the two characters, like Delilah was probably my favorite over Henry, even though I really related to like what Henry was going through. But like if there was like a best writing category, which there wouldn't be because we're not allowed to have best story categories.
You're right.
That would be I think where Firewatch excels for me. I know a lot of people don't like how that game ends and where it goes, but I did.
I did not mind the ending. I really didn't.
I like that journey a whole lot.
I will tell you that the ending was my favorite because it ended all goddamn day. Okay. But at the same time, like the conclusion of the ending had so little to do with why I didn't like the game.
Okay. But we can cut Henry.
Yeah, cut Henry from garbage.
Scott, tell me about the Doomslayer.
I don't know a lot about the Doomslayer, so you're gonna have to talk to.
You don't need to know a lot about the Doomslayer. Doomslayer rolls up, cocks his shotgun to the music, and then blows up computers. That's what Doomslayer does.
Yeah, I can get as much as I can get down with that. The character that I'm hanging on to here is Owlboy.
Is Otis Owlboy?
Yeah. Well, it's Owlboy, not that boy.
Okay.
Come on, Alex.
I didn't know his name was Otis. Okay.
Yeah. Otis is the character you play at Owlboy.
Okay. I'm looking at.
You know who's a great fucking character?
Who?
Guzma from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Who's Guzma?
He's the leader of Team Skull.
I have not met Guzma.
I haven't either.
Tell me about Guzma.
Dude, this guy, well, like, it's hard to explain. Like, he's so funky. You know how Team Skull's so funky? He's the funkiest.
Team Skull's so something, that's for sure.
And he's the somethingness.
Let me just get you a picture of Guzma.
Yeah,
I've seen this picture.
I have not.
I want to see this picture. I'm not looking at it.
It's coming.
I'm not looking at it.
This is for my benefit, then. That's fine.
Yeah, can't make me look at it.
Right, here we go. That's a good one. Oh, this is actually a GIF.
A GIF?
I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just going to copy it and paste it into the doc. I don't know if it'll still be a GIF.
We're going to find out.
It should be.
Nope.
Well, never.
It's not a GIF, but that's what Guzma looks like.
He looks like he needs to get some sleep.
So here's the kind of the thing about Guzman.
Sure.
He's like, he appears as this like, like obviously like the boss of like a bad organization in a Pokemon game. To be fair, Team Skull's kind of like the nicest of all of the evil organizations.
Yeah, they don't really do much, it feels like.
They're just real funky. But basically, like reason why Guzma actually makes a good character is because unlike the boss of every other Pokemon games, like or evil organization, Guzma actually has character development. And like an actual like past as a character for you to like understand like his motivations. And Team Skull is not an organization that's around to steal Pokemon. While they do end up doing that for a reason that's not just that they want to steal a Pokemon, they are there to rebel against the traditions of the Alolan Islands. Reason why is because you can find Guzma's past home in the game. And you can see in his house that there's a bunch of trophies and stuff that he won as like a prodigy trainer when he was younger. But it's also hinted that he had a really abusive childhood. So he eventually ran away from home after like his dad beat him. And then despite his his best efforts on his own, he never actually was able to become a captain on the Alolan Islands. He was upset about that and took on the leadership of Team Skull because he became too old to become a captain. And then he wanted to fight against the traditions of the island and build his own new strength. That's what Team Skull's about. Eventually, though, he became influenced by Luzamine, who's the leader of some other thing that we could get into, because she's the only one who ever really acknowledged him as a trainer. So he was loyal to her, and then she ended up influencing Team Skull to do bad things.
That sounds all right.
That's nice. I like that. I like that arc.
Yeah, that's a good arc.
Yeah, so like actually like throughout the game, like you fight him a bunch of different times and you kind of learn more about his character as you go. And near the end of the game, he actually gets his redemption, which is really cool.
That is cool. I mean, it's like I feel like that's kind of like what they wanted to do with like Giovanni, in the first game, but they never really ended up doing. That's actually cool. That it helps that like Team Skull is just a bunch of goobers. Right?
They're so funny.
Like if we had like a best team, Team Skull would definitely be on that list because they're so adorable.
Best esports team. Team Skull.
Best esports.
Pokemon's an esport.
They're the king of the Pokemon esports. We gotta start cutting some stuff. Corvo can probably go.
Yeah, I haven't played enough to hang in that corner, and neither of you.
I could cut Itsuki from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It's the protagonist of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. He supports Tsubasa forever.
Forever. Is he the drill, her drill that will drill to the heavens or whatever?
Yes. He at the end of the game he ends up becoming like the new leader of the idol company that they were technically working for while trying to save the world.
Of between Oz and Bruce Wayne, Nabishin, which one are you more attached to? I love what they do with both of those characters, honestly.
For sure. But like I think Bruce is more fleshed out. Even though like Cobblepot is like justified for everything that you can say he's justified for like his anger and like wanting to take over the corporation. He's just addicted to be a dick at the end of the day, more or less.
Yeah, and he's just another pawn too. But he's real good. I like the idea of changing the Penguin up. It's something that like the TV show Gotham tried to do, and it kind of had the right idea, but I think they lost sight of it. But Telltale did a really great job with that character.
Before we get more down the cutting, is there anyone in Oxenfree you want to like shout out maybe?
Oh shit! Not male characters.
Okay.
There is a female character that is absolutely deserves recognition from Oxenfree, but not.
Okay.
None of the male characters. Thank you for reminding me, though.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and cut Sebastian, as it's every character in that game doesn't have.
But he's such an edgelord.
That doesn't help.
Like
it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't help.
Doesn't he like play piano? Is he like mysterious?
I know he
Not
has a
really.
motorcycle.
Oh,
He does. No, I'm pretty sure Sebastian does something.
I know Elliot
as well.
plays piano. I went to his little shack once.
Yeah, but no, Sebastian's in the band with Sam and who else? I forget now.
Google.
Oh well, but it's not any one character in that game. It jumps out as far as the game is concerned. It's just that every character is pretty equally good.
Okay.
Most of it's down to preference, so he's not going to hold too much weight in here.
Yo, guys, I was playing Stardew Valley last night, and
I saw you playing that shit. I was playing Let It Die.
Leah was like, "Oh, I can't reach this fruit in this tree," and then I picked her up, and then she could reach the fruit, and she was like, "You're stronger than you look," and I was like, "I know, I carry you in my back."
I carry you on my back. I put the team on my back.
And she's like, "At least I know if my art show flops, then you'll catch me." And I'm like, "I love you, Leah."
That's right. You will marry Leah.
I like Leah a lot. She's cool.
That's who I married.
Cool. I like her. She's an artist. She gave me a statue, and she named the statue "How I Feel About Alex." And I was like,
"You're like,
try not to cry." Between Guzma and How, I feel like
Guzma's way better. I added How as like a confirmation of what the list was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Hal will get a shout out in.
Oh, Hal absolutely gets his dues in another category. JD Phoenix.
I don't even know why he's still on here, but
Okay.
I don't either.
You can go ahead and talk about him, but I just went in.
He's good. He's like a little Nathan Drakey. He's fun.
this is a fun character.
Yeah, he's a good like protagonist for that new trilogy or whatever, however many games they're gonna do with that. So I found out also what happens at the end of the game because I've not beaten it yet, and it sounds real good.
Oh, dude, fuck man,
it sounds real fucking good. Like I'm like shit, I gotta go play Gears of War right now. So yeah, that sounds all right.
I guess I'll say my piece about Lincoln Clay. Like I feel he should be on this list, but like I could easily be taken have him taken off because I feel more strongly about Nathan Drake. But Lincoln Clay, so Mafia 3 is like is in post Vietnam, so like this is where around where like racism and oppression is like still around New Orleans. Obviously, this is like after like Martin Luther King and everything, but like it was still it's still a very racist area. And so like are we deleting him already?
I like Scott slowly like deleting through Lincoln Clay as Nabshin goes on his spiel. Let's not delete him quite yet. Let's hear
like every other word is another.
I thought that's where we were going. I thought this was the
Nabshin is saying his piece on Lincoln Clay.
It's the obituary.
Let's just talk about him first. We don't have to get like super anxious with the delete.
I was just trying to be funny. And
I love you, Scott. That's funny. I laugh. But like he was someone who was like someone who was in the Vietnam War for a long time. So like war scars and everything like that. Coming back to reality, I guess you could say, from being some of a war hero, and like coming back to the people he knew, like the guy who raised him when like he was an orphan, like guy who raised him up.
No. You back, Nabshin? Nabshin dropped out of the call for a second, and then he's back. We see him, but is he here? We don't know.
We don't know.
We gotta delete it. How often?
He was kind of suggesting Lincoln, hey Lincoln, you should be the next guy to take over for him. He's like, no. This guy is Sammy's doing a really good job, but like so like pretty much he just said fuck it and decided to kill everybody, including to try to kill Lincoln Clay. He got shot in the head, but like it just like barely missed his brain type of thing. So like he survived that. And like after like getting out of the coma and waking up, it's just like he pretty much becomes like a Kratos type of character, which is why I'm like kind of like not so hot on him, but he's still like really good because like like everything was literally taken from him and like right before his eyes, like people he trusts, like the mission before he was going with the mob boss's son, just like to do a mission to like save the organization where his foster father's from, and like he was hoping with that like that would persuade him to not really like get rid of him and like like just keep him around because like like I'm being a pawn, but I'm being a pawn for like my father, so it was like it should be fine. But like he just said fucking just like got rid of everything, so like he's just consumed with rage and like just wants to like destroy that pretty much that whole organization, and which he does, and like it's like his whole arc is like really good as far as like someone who's like because like it's so weird because like with the mob boss, I can't remember his name, but like like he was showing him so much respect at the time when he was thinking like, oh, you should be the guy next time to come over, but then like after he kind of like says no, I can't do it, and like then he finds out he's alive, he just gets so enraged and just calling him the N-word and just like just totally not even respecting him anymore. It's just like treating like literally just like a complete piece of dirt. Until at the end of the game where like it was at that point where you like pretty much destroyed his whole organization, and then you killed his son, and then like you're on the same level as more or less, like, because like you're going to his organization, he's on the top floor, and then you ride the elevator to the top floor, so like you're literally at the same level now. And he's like, he pretty much like just brings out a drink, it's like this, let's just drink, and he just like the mob boss pretty much just gives like a eulogy to saying like, like I know I'm gonna die, but like fuck man, like you really did a lot of stuff, and like you have my respect for that, even though I totally hate you and you're this N-word and stuff like that. But yeah, Lincoln could let it go, but like I just felt like for the stories of Mafia 3, like that stuff was really impactful.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I want to see that story play out. You dropped out like a little bit early on there and then came back in automatically, I guess.
Oh jeez.
I'm not really sure what's happening with the Google. It's pretty, it's just, of course, it's just our luck. But yeah, I won't be able to fix that in the video version, Scott, because you texted us asking me that. But it should be fine. Like the audio version will be fine. But I still got the gist of what you're talking about. So
yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Jesus Christ! I have to do a new recording because I lost everything.
What's going on with your mic, Tony?
I don't know.
I
have the first 28 minutes, but
okay.
Okay.
What's you ready to count in then?
give me a second. Let me get this saved so I don't lose anything. I'm glad I noticed it because usually I wouldn't notice something like that, but I have it set up differently.
These are gonna be fun to edit.
I know.
I mean, like if it becomes like too all encompassing, that's why I have the video version to just rip the audio. But
that's fucking up too now. So
yeah.
Save. I don't know what happened there. My recording stopped, but like it still said it was recording.
Yeah,
I couldn't talk to you guys. I don't know.
Did Danny do something to your microphone? Did he?
I feel like yesterday he like slammed on the desk when he went to talk to you guys. I think it might have fucked up one of the connections in the mic. I'll have to look at it later.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, he probably didn't cause it. It was probably like an issue that has been. The microphone's pretty old, It's like
we could blame Danny if you wanted to.
It's like 5.5 years old.
But you can't blame Danny for reals, but this is IPP. We can do it here.
I can do anything. All right, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Yeah, we're in there. No weird noise because last couple times when I tried to actually start recording, I also had like weird fucking noise at the beginning. So
I'll show you my weird noise.
Yeah, what's your weird noise sound like? All right, that's pretty weird.
Okay. Now
where do we go from there?
Now we're down to 5. The Doomslayer, Nathan Drake, Bruce Wayne, Guzma, and Otis.
How attached are we to the Doomslayer? I like him. I think he's great.
I'm not like super attached, but I really do like him.
Yeah, for real.
We can let him go in favor of like other characters here, but the Doomslayer's all right, I'll say. Maybe not the best. He doesn't really have an arc, which kind of puts him at a disadvantage here, but he's real good. I took him off the list.
Okay. What's the sell for Otis? I like Otis.
He's the only reason that Owlboy is so high on my list. And it's, as far as the story goes, it is the story of the game. So there's not too much I can tell you without spoiling the rest of the game for Nabishan and for you. But what I can tell you is that...
So it's fine.
I don't want to do it quite yet. But...
I mean, if you think he's going to make it, then we got to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We might not have to.
Okay.
Because this character doesn't have dialogue. He's mute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How he does all of his communication is all through just his gestures. And they're not, it's nothing like hand gestures, like sign language. It is between facial expressions when he gets surprised, scared, or angry. It is twiddling his thumbs when he's got nothing to do because you're just sitting there and or someone's talking to him. It is things like the giant smile that he gets when he's trying to agree to something, or
looking really sad when that guy yells at him all the time,
or looking real sad. when someone's trying to put him down.
Mm-hmm.
So, where are we at with him though? Is he top 3?
While he might not win, I do think he should be at least top 3.
I don't know. I actually really do like Kuzma on this list.
For sure.
Between Nathan Drake and Bruce Wayne.
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, I think this is Drake's year to shine. But if we are going to cut Bruce Wayne from Batman the Telltale series, it's worth noting how great they did with that character.
Mm-hmm.
Like they changed the lore, right? So Batman, he's not fighting because for his parents anymore. You look at like every Batman story, his parents were good people. They died. They were like the last good hope of Gotham, and he's just like kind of carrying that legacy on in this really dark, depressing way. In this, his father was a bad person, a criminal, who like tortured, hurt, abused people, and was part of the mafia. And his mother kind of like went along with it. And so Bruce finds that out, and it destroys him, and he has to kind of figure out what he wants to fight for. And by the end of that series, you kind of get to decide whether you're fighting for yourself and for a new legacy, or you're just like going to give yourself completely over to the Batman. And I really like that arc for him.
I do too. Do we have to cut him?
We don't have to cut him. I mean, like, I think like Drake's arc in Uncharted 4 is still stronger. All that being said,
it's my favorite one out of these 3, or at least 4. I'm sorry, but like personally, I would cut Otis if I were to make a choice.
I mean, that's up to you, Scott.
It's really, really hard to articulate because he is mute.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, though. If he doesn't speak a word but says a lot, like, I see where you're coming from with that. Like, with that, I guess you don't have to necessarily spoil it, but, like, does he go places? Do they do things with that?
Oh, absolutely. It is once again, this is something that's a little harder to articulate because at the very beginning of the game, you get some of his backstory. You learn to play the game by watching his failures, by being by having his teacher yell at him, having all this learning how he communicates through these gestures. From these things that he does to communicate, he then finds himself between a bunch of people who tell him he can't do things, and essentially between oh god damn it. Story's a little bit up there.
Yeah,
he's caught between a bunch of people who are telling him to stay put and not to do anything. And when things do go wrong that aren't his fault, he can't say anything to back himself up. So he can't go out and explain what happens to that's not the right way to go about it.
Like,
all right, for example, one of the first missions in the game is pirates are attacking one of the main cities, which is the pirates are the main villains of the game.
Yeah.
The main Owl Squad, which is essentially the protectors of the Skylands, which let's not get into that quite yet.
Okay.
Are going off to Rush to try and defend the city. Otis's job is something a little separate. There's been wind turbines that push the islands apart because they've been drifting together, which have then also made the city that much easier to get to. I know this is a lot at once, I know, but bear with me here. through this, you go up through the temple, which is old, monster infested. A bunch of the stuff is broken down. And by the time you get to the machine that you need to turn on, it looks like it has been hundreds of years before it's been working.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe thousands. I don't know. There was almost no piece of machinery that was there did not have roots all over it. Was not rust. It was not broken down. Yet, because Otis is mute, when he goes back, when he does all his things, they just blame him for being unsuccessful at taking the task. And instead of letting that get him down, almost immediately he bounces right back.
So it's like that unending optimism when he can't really even do anything about it.
Well, it's noticing that the only thing that he can do about it is to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And not come up with excuses, no matter how valid. It's knowing that the only thing you can do is push forward.
Okay,
and he takes that pretty far.
I like that, especially in like the idea of like an arc. Go ahead, Scott.
And there's quite a bit more to it, but it's really hard to without going through the entire story of the game, without going through the entire arc, which would take quite a bit of time. Very hard to explain.
But they go places with it.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. It seems like with that in mind, it feels like maybe Guzma's the weakest link here. The Guz, if I may, Tony.
I could only hear half of what Scott said because I kept like losing everyone for a good like 10 minutes at a time.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah. Okay.
I got most of it. I mean, the idea of like him kind of going through the ringer with like not being able to speak, but still kind of bouncing back and doing something about it because he can't do anything. There's no other option.
There's no other option. He has to do. The only thing he can do to communicate is to do something about whatever went wrong.
I think I got like the gist. But I don't know. Like I've said my thing about Guzma. So if you guys think that he is the weakest still, then hey, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like the Bruce Wayne stuff. Like I could see Bruce Wayne or Guzma going. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I really like what they do with like the Batman lore, essentially making Bruce Wayne a different character. And it pays off really, really well at the end of that series. And I think Nathan Drake, like I know he's not like that kind of game is not popular for everyone here, but like that is like his game. Like that is the best Nathan Drake story in a Nathan Drake video game. Of the 5 that exist, that one is the best one by a long while, and it's really great. And he goes places, and they change that character a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, any volunteers? Anybody feeling like cutting their dude? Clearly not.
Nope.
How do you feel now, Mission?
Yes, Scott sold me on Otis. Like it's more of
because I'm trying to think what more can I sell while keeping a game good for adoption.
I think you did a good job. I got the idea.
Mm-hmm. Because there's also his relationship with Getty, which
Tim Getty.
So no, Getty's play a game by Otis, flies around, picks people up.
Yeah,
he solves puzzles. They shoot.
Companions. Yeah, Getty is fucking awesome.
Getty's great.
Yeah. Like the only thing I will say about Bruce Wayne, and honestly, is like for as much as that game didn't really gel for me, just the way like how stuff was written out per se. I felt the Bruce Wayne part of it is like the best part of that game. Like I feel for something so tropey that everyone knows, and like everyone knows that Batman's parents are dead, and everybody knows that's a plot point, and everyone is not surprised to anybody, but but they still managed to like make it surprising and make that go places for like someone who is so defined by who he is, by like this moment in his life that like the way you by virtue of the way you play it, like either killed him when he was there that night or made him be reborn into something new that night. So like it's I just feel like they did an awesome job doing that with Bruce Wayne and Batman is supposed to.
Yeah. They did like they also did like the thing where Bruce Wayne versus like just Batman is a character in that story as well. Like Bruce Wayne like interacting with the Joker as like Bruce Wayne, not as Batman, is great.
Yeah, I would definitely say I like Bruce Wayne in this game more than I like Batman in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of them, and I think the way that they parallel to one another is great. It's just like for me, it was great seeing Bruce Wayne like take a more active step in like solving mysteries and kind of doing Batman shit. Like Bruce Wayne dealing with the Penguin or Harvey Dent and stuff like that, or like going to the mayor's office. It's cool. Bruce Wayne is a great character. That being said, like I would say like if we're gonna look at this as like an arc throughout the game, I think Bruce Wayne has a good arc, but like not like a transformative one.
I agree.
And I think the other three characters on this list have a transformative arc, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with cutting him in that regard.
I can get behind that, yes.
And I think that would be a fair way to go about it.
It's tough to see Owlboy's transformative arc if you're not looking for it. But yeah, you're right. It definitely is there.
Okay.
It does come very late.
Like Bruce Wayne starts that game as Batman and ends that game as Batman. So like,
oh, Batman.
He's Batman. All right, we've got it down to Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4, Guzma from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Otis from Owlboy. So how are you guys doing?
I'm willing to just go ahead and say Nathan Drake on this one, because as good as Otis is, Getty, Archimedes, and I forget his name. Those other three characters, as well as some of the other more side characters, play a lot into who Otis is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure Nathan Drake doesn't have to rely on that so much.
No, I mean, like Nathan Drake goes through this own kind of actualization, realization of Uncharted 4 of like, oh God, like this is a problem. Of like this realization that like he's like legitimately throwing his life away with Elena and his wife and any kind of future he has with her by like just chasing this dream, like chasing this dragon of like addiction for the treasure hunt, right? And his like brother comes in and pulls him back into that. And it's like this kind of nostalgia trip for him because his brother's there, they're treasure hunting again, and you see it destroy him. And then there's like, there's just so many great fucking moments of like him and Elena alone. She's like trying to like get the point across that like, hey, like you don't see this, but you're destroying yourself and you're putting your life in danger. And there's just like this moment where he realizes like what he loves about it and what he hates about it. And it's so good. And like the way it pays off in the end of like him essentially like him being with Elena being perfect because she likes doing this too, but she wants to find the way to do it where they don't have to give up everything to do it.
Right.
And he's like willing to meet her halfway on that because he loves her so much. It's a really great story for that character that you've just seen kind of be like the one note treasure hunter. This is my life and this is all I know for 3 whole games. And It's awesome.
All right, so that's a nice twist to it. Because, quite frankly, the one-note character is a good portion of why I can't play through those other 3 games just for the story.
It's great because like, and you're right, and like I feel like that is so, you know, like Uncharted 2, for example, like Nathan Drake doesn't go through any fucking arc in that game. It's just like we're fucking finding treasure and having a good time. But like Uncharted 4, the second half of that game, you're like, man, like remember in the beginning of this game where I lied to my wife and came here where I just lied to her and I said I wouldn't do anything like this anymore. And I told her, I essentially lied to her by saying I was happy not doing stuff like this. And now I feel fucking horrible about it.
Mhm.
And it's just like that weight coming down on the game and that like paying off.
Like that scene alone where when Elena finally sees him after like that whole Madagascar chase and everything like that, like when they first see each other again, and it's like who are you? And he's like, it's me, like come on, it's me, like it's me, like he's like realizing it as he says it, and it's like, oh god, it's so good.
It's so good. And it's like you didn't know you wanted that kind of payoff out of that character, but you really wanted it. I think he's the best male character of the year.
Okay.
I'm all right with it.
All right. Bolded. Favorite male character of 2016 is Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4 with
Good riddance.
the Guzma and Otis being runners up.
I like the attachment of the
Goose.
The goose.
All right. Favorite female character from 2016. Sasha from Severed. Delilah from Firewatch. Faith from Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Karin Kazuki. Excuse me. From Street Fighter 5. Tsubasa from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Eleonora from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Elena from Uncharted 4. Nadine from Uncharted 4. Anne Henrietta from Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. Jewel from Recore. Kate Diaz from Gears of War 4. Akane from Zero Escape. Fi from Zero Escape. Diane from Zero Escape. Leah from Stardew Valley. Penny from Stardew Valley. Abigail from Stardew Valley. Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Emily from Dishonored 2. Julianne Stingray from, that's a pretty good last name, from Valhalla. Beth Wilder from Quantum Break. And I am going to write in Alex from Oxenfree. Anybody else? Anybody we're missing here?
I mean, I would just like to preface that for the same reasons, Sebastian, as I said for the Sebastian, Leah, Penny, and Abigail, I don't think are going to hold too much weight here.
No, I don't think any of them are necessarily standouts from what I've seen.
And then Garbage Lady's also probably going to get cut, please.
Killing me.
Other than that, I think I'm just going to stay silent on this one because those are the only characters I would have any attachment to. I'd like to say Emily from Dishonored 2, but I didn't choose to play her because I wanted to try and get the Corvo side, but that didn't end up happening.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about her. Do we feel comfortable cutting the Stardew characters yet, or do we want to wait a little bit?
I'm just saying my piece before I just be quiet.
Yeah, Tony.
I don't think any of them are the best 3 characters.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna hang to the top.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut Delilah yet. If it comes to it, we'll get there. But I'm not ready to do that quite yet.
That's
fine.
We can cut Anne Henrietta. I didn't beat that game, but she just was a really cool character from what I've seen from her.
She sounds badass.
Like one of the scenes from that game is like because she's like a proper, like almost a queen, I believe. She might even be the queen, I can't remember. From that game, and like it was like one of her subjects were like something was happening and like she needed to go, so she pretty much she did like the whole scene, like we know like a woman's badass when she rips her dress to get on the horse type of thing and like goes after it. It's like, oh, okay, you're awesome type of thing. So yeah.
All right. I'm trying to see here. I don't know where Beth Wilder is with this. I like Beth Wilder. I think she is the best character in that game. I don't think she's one of the 3 best female characters of the year.
That's fine. I heard the arc of how that game ends.
Yeah,
so.
she goes places like, you know, like she goes to the end of time and then essentially goes back in time to like before the game takes place. And then you go back in time and you see her, and she's like the version of her from the like that is like aged from when you like last saw her. And she's like all fucked up because she saw the time ghosts from the end of time and shit. And it's like it's real depressing. And then she just she gets smoked. She dies. And then like they kind of like end that game with like you maybe changing her timeline, which like they go through all these hoops trying to like imply that you can't do that, and then they like leave it off on like maybe you can.
Okay,
it's cool. She has like a cool arc. It's just the part where like you don't really get to see a lot of her perspective. It's all fucking Jack Joyce, and he's way less interesting. That part sucks. But I like Beth. She's not the best, but she's cool. I feel like Faith from Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I feel like they fucked that one up.
Yeah, they kind of did. Yeah,
from what I understand.
Karen can go as well. I just really liked her. She was my main in Street Fighter 5. So
yeah, she got that laugh, right?
Yeah.
Tony likes that. He hears it in his nightmares.
It's more like they're not nightmares. Those are good dreams.
Those are some sexy time dreams.
Yeah.
I feel like Nadine doesn't hang 10 here. Although I think she's real cool.
Yeah, like probably the biggest thing I respect about Nadine is like when she was ready to go, when she was out, she was fucking out. And like it was like this is stupid, this is crazy, I'm out, and she literally just fucking left the game. Like, okay. Like
it was like, you boys are stupid. I got 2 chests full of gold right here. I'm leaving. It's pretty good.
Yes.
But like that's like her moment. Overall, like, you know, she's pretty, you know, just like a villain.
Yeah, for sure.
Jewel from Recore. I didn't finish that game, which probably is probably why I still kind of like it. But like, she's like, there's nothing particularly like great or worse about her. Like she's, you know, she's pretty kind of like middle of the road. I liked her character, but I didn't see where she was going with it. So I don't think she's gonna hang, but I liked her. How do we feel about Lily? I like Lily. Does anything happen with Lily, Tony?
Yes. It's kind of like the entire plot of the game.
Is Lily?
Yeah.
Is it Lily or is it her weird like space Pokemon?
Yes, both.
Both.
Do they fuse or something?
That'd be really cool, but no, they do not fuse.
Is Lily a Pokemon?
No.
There's some hesitancy there. Or are you just hesitant because are we all Pokemon?
I think that's probably the more correct statement.
Okay. Do you want to get into it?
I don't think she is one of the top 3 characters of this year.
Okay.
But she's a really good character.
We don't have to cut her yet.
Yeah, like at least
I would like
least
to
garbage from garbage should be cut first.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Delilah is one of my favorite characters of the year. I don't like her as much as Scott hates her is the thing. So like if Scott really doesn't want her on this list, then like I'm not gonna sit here and fight about it.
But like be honest with yourself. Would you fight for Delilah to be on the top 3 over some of the other characters?
I have like there are other characters that I feel more strongly about. Like I said, I don't like this character as much as you hate this character. So
I disagree with you. I think that you're taking my mild dislike for this character, although they did kind of like it was a bunch of things that ruined garbage for me, but like it wasn't specifically garbage.
It wasn't specifically Firewatch that ruined Firewatch for Firewatch. I'm just gonna take her off the list. I don't want it. I just don't want it anymore.
Out of the Zero Escape characters, Fi is the one I would like to keep on. And
Okay.
we'll talk about her later.
Okay. Loop back around to that one. Kate Diaz from Gears of War 4.
The way that game ends shows that the future games of Gears of War will have more development for her. So this isn't her game to shine, but I feel like the future games for her she'll be like top level stuff.
She's real cool though.
For sure. Like when we were playing, like, yo, you get fucking JD. I went Kate like all the way for real.
Yeah, Kate, Laura Bailey knocked it out of the park as always. Yeah, Kate's cool. I'm curious to see where she goes. I like Emily in Dishonored 2. She's not one of the 3 best characters of the year, but I don't know. It was cool to kind of see her develop. Like the best thing I can say about her is like she has like a lot of really great humbling moments of where she's the Empress, essentially. And can you guys also see the screen share? It's telling me it's sharing the screen, but I can't see it right now.
No.
Okay. All right, I'll see.
Man, Google is fucking killing it today, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Joodles, but they're really flubbing it. Yeah, I don't know. Emily, like the best parts about her are when she's like, "Hey, I realize I really fucked up as a leader and totally overlooked this whole city that is supposed to be under my reign, but I essentially treated like shit offhand and elected a dictator too. And I didn't even realize it because I didn't know how to rule. And by spending time with these people, I kind of learned my lesson. But like outside of that, there's nothing like more to it than that. She just kind of like goes to that realization throughout the game. It's cool, but like it's not the top 3 cool.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated it though.
Same with Sasha from Severed. Like the gist of that game is she's pretty much just a girl who lost one of her arms and her entire family, and like basically she's like making deals with demons to like have different armor sets and like pretty much save their souls. It's not completely fleshed out because like there's no dialogue in that game really. There's dialogue with the demons, but like she doesn't really talk at all. But you can see her transform like slowly from like being a normal girl to like a demon to like get her family souls back. I think she's one of the cool top characters, but not in the top 3 for this list. So unfortunately, I think she's have to go.
Okay. Tony,
Alex,
tell me about Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Tell me about these people.
Of the 2 that are on there, so Tsubasa is the female lead.
Yeah.
She sings music, and she's like the classic like female main character in an idol anime where it's like, start off as a normal girl who idolizes all the idols, and she's like, I want to be an idol, and then as fate would have it, she is given the chance to become an idol.
What?
And use said powers to fight against crime.
Demon crime.
I don't know. She's like I don't think she's one of the best characters. She's just like your typical airhead.
Okay.
She is, but she's go kawaii though.
Yeah, she's super cute. Ellie
Nice
is like yeah. Thanks.
For the direct translation.
Ellie is an actor or an actress that was acting abroad for the first part of the game, which is the game's explanation for why she isn't in your party until a little bit later. She comes back. She's also part of the same. Whoa, we lost 2 people.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, now they're back.
Sorry, I went to reload so that way my video would pop up again.
We lost you and Scott at the same time, and I was like, "Is the world ending?" I did
it on purpose. I swear.
Okay.
I was listening. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, and again, I don't think Ellie is one of the best characters this year either, but super cute.
Mad cute, yo. All right. Then I'm gonna take her off. We're down to 5. Elena, Phi, Lily, Julien, Stingray, and Alex from Oxenfree. Honestly, I don't feel as strongly about Elena in this category as I did about Drake in the previous category.
Me too.
Because she's just consistently great, I think. Well acted, well done. She has a lot of great moments, but like she isn't like as transformative in this game as she was in like I think like Uncharted 3 or things before it. So I am okay with her not being in the top 3 for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I know that makes Tony happy because he hates Uncharted for no good reason.
I never said that.
Now we're down to 4.
Uncharted for good reason, right?
Tell me about Julianne Stingray and how cool her last name is.
One, if you ever call her Julianne, she'll literally destroy your entire family.
Cool. That seems a little extreme, I'm not going to lie, but okay.
Yeah, her name is Jill. She is the bartender in Valhalla. She is your player character. She is bisexual. She's a smoker. She drinks tons of beer. She's a cat named Four. She talks to the cat when she's at home, but secretly she also pretends that she's the cat and has conversations with herself. She's like the reason why Valhalla is so good is because of Jill. And like Nabisha knows as like someone who's like 4 days into the game, like it's hard to explain why she's an excellent character, but it's because she's such a human character that she's good. It's like if you ever like imagine going to like just a chill bar and talking to just like the bartender and that's it. Like, and it's just like the most down to earth, like, you know, but still like very herself person that's not willing to take your shit. That's Jill. And like the way that her personality drives that game is probably the reason that Valhalla is so good.
Okay. Sounds like she's probably a lock then. Alex from Oxenfree. Alex is she's the main character of Oxenfree. Is the character you play as. Alex is really cool, and there are a lot of like moments throughout. Oxenfree is a very, very, very cool game. I haven't talked about it on the show because I just played it like 3 nights ago. By the time we're recording this, so like the first week of January. It's man, that game is like spectacular, but it's a difficult thing to describe. She essentially like the setup for Oxenfree is it's been a year since something happened. Alex's mom just got remarried to this kid Jonas's dad. So Jonas is her new stepbrother. So Alex and her friend Ren.
Did they just become best friends?
They might, depending on how you play the game. So Alex's friend Ren is like, hey, it's our senior year now. We're going to go to this island and like essentially get drunk and crash on the island overnight because it's like a senior tradition. And a bunch of people were supposed to go, and you're like, well, I just got my new stepbrother. He just moved in, so I'll take him with us. So like, you know, because I don't want to leave him home alone. So you're bringing this Jonas kid with you. So you, Ren, and Jonas go to the island. You meet up with your 2 female friends, Nona and Clarissa, and then a teen horror flick essentially ensues from there. But it's really great because, like, depending on who you decide to spend time with and go to different places with and do like the teen horror tropes with, will affect like your relationships. And you like slowly learn that Alex's brother Michael died. And it might have been her fault, or at least she feels responsible. And there are like these time loops that are going on throughout the game that mean you can like go back in time and change what happens to Alex's brother depending on how you play it. There are moments in it that are difficult to explain, but Alex throughout it is like, she is however you want her to be. She can be courageous. She can be like totally apathetic and not care. Or she could be like trying to make the most out of this kind of like terrible situation. And I don't know, she goes to like a really great arc with like ultimately she essentially has to kind of sacrifice a lot at the end. It's really cool. I think she's an excellent character. She's like the glue to that game, in my opinion. Like that game would not be nearly as good without her. And of like the other characters are fun and interesting, but Alex is like a total standout. She's awesome. It's just like little stuff like you realize when you go back in time the first time and you see a memory in time when you're like hanging out as Alex, you're hanging out with her brother. She has brown hair, and Michael is wearing the orange jacket that you're wearing throughout the whole game. And you realize, like, oh, after Michael died, she dyes her hair, and she's wearing his jacket of, like, her dead brother throughout the whole game. It's just, like, there's, like, little stuff that they never really explicitly point out that's really, really good. So I really like her character. I don't know how strongly we feel about Lily and Fi.
Fi is one of the locks. I feel not not to win for reasons I don't really want to go into, but I just feel Fi is my favorite character of the Zero Escape series. She's a main factor in the second game, and like she's not as much as a factor in the third game, but just revelations in the third game about herself that is really cool, that I really enjoy. So like I said, I just want her to be on the top 3. That's all I really want from her. She's literally my favorite character of the series. Like Akane would probably be like the second one, even though we cut her, but like her arc got kind of weird, consider what she became because of certain events that happened in the third game. And it's a whole thing. So that's how I feel.
What about Lily?
I think Lily is probably the weakest link on this list.
Okay.
For sure.
Are we okay with letting her go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cut her then. I'm happy with Alex making the top 3. It feels like if Julianne or
Jill, she'll kill you.
Change the name, Tony.
If Jill is like the cornerstone of that game, then I can understand, like, given how powerfully like Tony feels about it, and like
the reason why Valhalla is a good game is because of that character.
Yeah. Like I think Oxenfree has things outside of it that make it good as well. Alex is a strong center to that game, but I wouldn't call her like the best of the female characters this year. So I'm just happy she's on the list.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right.
Jill it is. Bolded. Favorite female character of 2016, Jill Stingray, with Fi and Alex from Oxenfree running up.
It's just Jill.
I just wrote Jill. just Jill. All right. Best Overwatch character.
So mad that like it was on the giant bomb top 10.
Navichin had this idea like months ago.
Oh yeah, no, we have had this for months.
All right.
They probably had it for months too.
Yeah, they probably had it in mind. But
I'm sure, like most people had it in mind.
Yeah, this is a good category.
It really is. I know.
Best Overwatch character. So we're gonna go through all 23 Overwatch characters, and then we will pick a top 3. Tracer, Hanzo, Genji, Winston, Junkrat, Soldier 76, Mercy, Widowmaker, Bastion, Diva, Lucio, or if you're feeling frisky, Lucio, McCree.
I'm not feeling frisky.
Zenyatta, Reaper, Pharah, Torbjorn.
It's Torbjorn.
Roadhog, Symmetra, Zarya, Reinhardt, Mei, Anna, Sombra. All right. I mean, I guess May's probably not going to make it because of how Tony feels about May. First cut, easy cut, May's gone.
All right, the rest of them, how we're going to do is
Tracer.
I'm going to say a name. I'm going to say a name. If you wanted to hang on, don't say anything. If you want to cut, okay? We're just going to do a quick round of this before we go any further. All right, so Tracer.
Keep.
Cut.
Okay, Hanzo.
Cut.
Genji.
Hanzo's not going to make the list.
Genji.
Keep.
If you want to keep it, you don't say anything. So you only say something if you want to cut it.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Winston.
Cut.
All right. Good enough. Hold on. One's not good enough to do that for.
So we're keeping Hanzo temporarily for now?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One cut's not good enough to do that for.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, Junkrat. Soldier 76.
Cut.
Yeah, cut. I'm with you guys.
But we're all soldiers now.
Yeah, all right.
Mercy. Cut. Okay. Widowmaker. Cut.
Cut.
Sorry, Katie.
Universal. Fuck Widowmaker.
Bastion. Cut.
Cuts.
Wow, what's wrong
Diva.
with Bastion?
Cut.
I like Diva.
Lucio. Cut.
I like Lucio.
Yeah, doesn't. I don't care. McCree. Cut.
Cuts. Fucking Cowboys.
Zenyatta. Cut. Reaper. Cut.
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 Cut. No Farah. Okay, got it.
Torbjorn. Cut.
Cut.
Why? What's wrong with Torbjorn?
He's racist.
Motherfucking cut.
Nope. Symmetra. Zarya. Cut.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, Jason.
Reinhardt. Cut. Anna. Cut.
Cut.
Sombra. Cut.
We whittled it down.
Okay. Yeah, that was just the goal.
Yeah,
I'd
was
say
the goal.
cut Sombra.
All right, that's 2 for Sombra then, because Scott said cut as well.
Okay.
I like
All right.
Sombra, but sure.
Yeah, Sombra's cool. She's hip. All right, so we're down to 11. We got Tracer, Hanzo, Genji, Junkrat, Mercy, Diva,
Guys.
Lucio, Zen, Roadhog, Symmetra, Reinhardt. What?
I heard that it's hip to be square.
All right. She's hip. She's cool. I feel like just to persist the joke that Genji should be on the list.
No, I think we should cut Genji immediately.
I think that's the
No!
I think it would go better for the joke if Genji got cut.
Well, Genji is going to get his in another category for
Genji
sure.
activates his ultimate and cuts himself out of the list.
All right, Genji's gone.
Why would you cut Genji before Hanzo? That's all I have to say.
Hanzo also could absolutely be cut.
That's true. Hanzo can go. Like, fuck Hanzo.
Shoot 2 giant dragons right through his own face.
I like playing as Hanzo. This, I don't think, just for people's reference, this isn't coming like from the perspective of who we like to play. This is just purely
What
like,
character is the awesomest?
bullshit. Like,
Right.
I think Diva is a lock.
I don't.
You don't like
Neither
Diva
do
that
I.
much? Really?
No.
No.
I like Diva.
I like
She
Diva.
can cut. I like
I just don't.
I like
we can
Diva
move
a
on.
lot.
We can move on. I really think Symmetra's an easy cut.
I think so too.
Sure.
Yeah, Symmetra's cool. She's fun to play. I haven't played new Symmetra at all yet, though.
I also think Zenyatta might be an easy cut. Easy
I
cut.
do too. I think he's a pretty easy cut.
I mean,
Hold on for him for now.
we'll come back to him.
Because
Namjoon
I'm just gonna let you know right now. This is the hill I'm dying on.
Fucking really?
Yeah, really.
God damn it.
It's Roadhog for reference.
It's Roadhog.
Why do you love it? Is it because of the hook? So it just reminds you of your fucking MOBA days?
It's both the hook and his ultimate.
Why? Because
No, but his hook is being destroyed in this next patch.
So, I don't care.
This is 2016, not 17.
Yeah, motherfucker. I feel like Lucio is a relatively easy cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool. Literally, he is cool.
I mean, come on, guys. Diva offline. Let's go.
Oh, come on. Diva's so cool, though.
I think Diva's mech is cool. Diva herself, not that great.
You know,
I don't care for either one.
Not true.
See, Danny gets it.
And Danny's not on this goddamn podcast.
Danny's the Justin Graphius.
He really is the Justin of this year.
Not yet.
Tracer is a lock.
No, I think Tracer needs to be off this list.
Why?
No.
Tracer is so annoying.
Tracer
Yeah,
is so good.
Tracer is so... You don't understand.
She's so annoying and has so many skins. It's unfair.
Yeah, well, fucking get good and play Tracer, bitch.
It's the best Overwatch character, dude. That's the category.
Roadhog puts a foot in her face real easy.
Yeah, I mean, so does Zenyatta. Fucking Zenyatta.
No, Tracer fucking
All
beats
right.
the shit out of Zenyatta.
I gotta say, we need to cut Junkrat.
Really? You're gonna let your boy go?
I thought that was the hell you were.
Mercy's his boy now.
No. I have a dark horse entry to this list.
Okay.
the next DLC character. We don't even know who it is.
Are you writing Genji on this list?
Genji needs to be back on this list as a ninja.
All right, he's a ninja. We'll allow it.
I guess Reinhardt.
No, Reinhardt is great.
Fuck Reinhardt.
Have you
man.
seen Reinhardt's voice actor going ham?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
neither
great.
have I.
There are YouTube videos of the Reinhardt voice actor at like conventions like BlizzCon and shit, just walking around with like the cosplayed Reinhardts and just going ham. It's awesome.
Yeah, but Reinhardt isn't awesome.
No, he's awesome too because of his voice actor.
No.
I don't think you're gonna be able to.
Look, man, listen.
Dude, if
What
a
does
normal ass dude is cooler
Every
than
single
Reinhardt,
team needs a Reinhardt.
But I will say, Tracer should probably be cut before Reinhardt.
That's right.
that's fucking crazy.
Every team in the
I
entire
don't like
game,
Tracer.
you need a Reinhardt. It's the best tank.
I would more willingly cut Zenyatta than I would cut Tracer.
Same here.
All right, get rid
Yeah,
of
but I
Zenyatta.
think that puts us back at the same spot.
No, it puts us at 5 instead of 6.
Yeah, with Tracer next.
No. Fuck Genji, fuck Reinhardt.
Nope, I disagree. I think Genji and Reinhardt are both solid choices for this list.
Fucking why? Do you even still play Genji, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely.
Genji is my second favorite.
All right.
Tracer is my number one, though.
These are my two boys right here.
Mercy is my number one. So, like, I mean, like, listen. If Scott's not
All right.
going to give up on Roadhog,
No, I think Roadhog needs to go.
Roadhog should fucking go.
Roadhog should fucking go.
Scott, get Roadhog out of this list.
No more character than any of these bitches.
All right, how about this? Compromise. Roadhog and Tracer go.
Yes, I agree.
I can live with
Only if we can package Mercy with that.
No! Then we're down to 2, Scott! That's not how this fucking works!
Yep, that's why.
I'm deleting Roadhog, and you can delete Mercy, Scott. Or rather, Tracer.
There. They're gone. They're gone. We made a lot of sacrifices tonight.
That's right. And Genji is the winner.
No, Reinhardt's the winner.
You just said every team needs a Reinhardt.
Every team needs to like have Genjis that are good, though.
You know what? Fucking dark horse answer. Reinhardt wins. I'm okay. Whatever. I'm okay with this.
Yo, I could see Mercy winning this category.
I would love Mercy to win this category.
Yo,
I
she's
like
an
Mercy a
angel.
lot.
She's an angel. She brings you
Heroes
back to
never die,
life.
Rex O'Neal.
Heroes
You know that?
never die. Mercy should win this category.
Scott, how do you feel about this?
Scott,
I think you're a monster for not liking Roadhog.
I love Roadhog. Trust me. Roadhog is
No,
great.
no. I'm talking to Nobishin specifically.
I don't really like Roadhog. Like, I guess the characters I pick.
Only a character that embodies fun in this game.
all right.
Scott, you just like him because he has a goddamn punch hook and you know it.
I disagree.
I'm sorry that you can't dodge a hook.
Oh, I can.
But-
If you can dodge a hook, you can dodge a ball.
It's going to get even easier when this new patch comes out, man. It's going to be great.
Oh, when we revisit this next year, it's going to be fucking bloodbath, all right? Best Overwatch character is Mercy, with runners-up being Genji and Reinhardt.
Quick break so I can pee.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to get a glass of water,
Yep.
and we'll be right back.
Yay.
I should probably not be fighting so many pointless battles today. Is anyone else here?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I'm back.
Mercy is
I know
best
that.
Overwatch character.
All right, I'm back.
I am back too. You know, there's moments in your life when you're like tested, like your moral fibers tested. I think I just went through
Go
one of those
on.
moments. I went upstairs, and on the kitchen counter is like an unopened bag of Chinese food, and there's like no one else here. So it's
So
just
you
like,
ate it, right?
I didn't, and I was like, "Is this a test?" It's just like the light is shining
You're like-
down
you-
on it.
You like go to grab it, and then your head is immediately chopped off by a bear trap.
Like the light of the counter's shine down on it. It's like it's still stapled shut by like the Chinese place, and it's like, and I leaned in, and I smelled it, and I touched it. It's warm, like hot. I was like, "Is this a test?" It smelled delicious. Also, all right, we all back?
Yep.
I guess Google Hangout is smoothed out in the last hour or so, which is good. I don't know what was going on. All right. Hey, welcome back. More categories. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Thank you. More categories, more fights. Fucking best Overwatch character. Best companion. This is a character that rides along with you throughout your journey of video game, right?
Yes.
Tibby from Rhythm Heaven Megamix, Sam from Uncharted 4, Sully from Uncharted 4, Gladiolus, Prompto, and Ignis from Final Fantasy 15, Toma Akagi from Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Mac from Recore. Now there's a spelling error in here. Max is spelled with a 4 in place of the A. Del Walker from Gears of War 4, BT from Titanfall 2, Trico from Last Guardian, John Donovan.
Donovan.
There we go. We'll fix that real quick. From Mafia 3, the Regalia from Final Fantasy 15, Gebby from Owlboy, and your shotgun from Doom.
Cut the shotgun. Come on.
Dude, that shotgun's so good though.
As much as I agree with you, I the first cuts I think should be your shotgun and the Regalia.
Oh,
That's fine.
it's fine, but, it
But
makes me
you
sad.
lose the regalia, man. It's like it's a really
You lose a
emotional
part
moment.
of yourself.
You do.
You do.
Especially when you only got 30 gold and can't ride a chocobo.
Do a hunt, Scott. Jesus.
They were not engraved.
Oh.
It was honestly just as fast just to do the story missions to get it.
Jesus Christ. We can cut Mac from Recore because he's a dumb robot dog. Even though he's real cute.
Whoa, why is it gotta be dumb?
I'm just saying that's what he is.
Then
That's doggist.
I think we should cut all three of these characters.
All three of them?
Listen, if they can't all be bolted and win, I don't think any of them should be bolted and win.
I don't know.
That's where I stand on that.
I think they are
so
really
unless-
good together.
Unless everybody else ends up getting cut for some reason or another and these guys can hang on, I don't think any of them should be it.
I mean, like, I don't think they're necessarily any one of them will make top 3, but we don't necessarily have to cut them yet.
We're talking about the Final Fantasy characters, by the way.
Yeah.
For
Gladiolus,
audio
Prompto, and Ignis, yeah, for audio.
Yeah.
Sorry. No worries. That's why we have the video version now. At the very least, somebody can follow along. Let's revisit.
All right.
Isn't there like another Owlboy character that is not on this list?
There's 3, but Gebby's the most important.
Gebby's the only one that I got the pirate as well, the fat pirate guy. But like Gebby, like for real though, like he defends you. Like even though you're a mute and you don't really have a voice in that game, like he's the one who he's your best friend. He always has your back, speaks up for you, stands up for you even. And even though like I don't know, Gebby looks as nerdy as he does as a sprite does. His sprite looks nerdy, but like he seems like he's respected in that game.
Or his sprite looks nerdy, but he's a guard with still wearing the outfit with glasses on, which it looks real dumb, but it's great.
Yeah,
he doesn't look bad, so it's great. So it's one of these things that also helps with Otis's transformation, because as he does all the standing up for you, as he does as a bunch of speaking for you, it becomes clear that Gebby is speaking from Gebby and not a device for Otis's words. Not at all.
Okay.
And this becomes more and more prevalent as the game goes on, and as the game goes on as well, it also becomes more apparent that Gebby is just being your best friend. He is just being best companion character.
Okay, he sounds like a lock. I mean, when you alluded to him earlier, I was pretty sold on him. So, I'm trying to look through here. I'm trying to think who. I mean, I could bring up like Jonas from Oxenfree. He's really great. He's not gonna make it. I just want to bring him up, add him, and then cut him if I may. He's cool. Like your relationship with him develops throughout that game. He's like the other best acted and written character I think in that game, and it's cool because your companion throughout Oxenfree depends on who you choose to take with you. So like Jonas was my companion all the way to the end of that game, but there's a splintering point where you can take someone else with you, like Ren or Nona. And it's cool that you can have essentially multiple companions through that whole game with you. And I like the format of companions in that game in general. But yeah, none of them I would say are going to make top 3. But I know, just going off the sound of it, sounds like BT didn't really resonate with you, Nabashin. I really, really like him as a companion.
That's not true.
Okay, I don't know.
He's like the best part of that game for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the story mode yet. I'm sorry.
It's okay. BT is cool because like essentially you're given a bunch of dialogue options where you can be either straightforward or like kind of sarcastic with BT. And as you're more sarcastic with him over the game, like he kind of fucks with you a little bit too. And it's really, really great. Like there is like one line of dialogue that particularly stuck with me. Like when you pick up a new Titan loadout and you're like, and he's like describing it in all these like gushing details. You can say to him like, well, man, it sounds like you're in love. And then he like goes off to give you a textbook definition of what love means. And he's like, going off of that definition, I can confirm I'm 75% in love. And I'm like, oh, BT, you sassy little fucking robot.
You slay me.
So I like BT a lot. I mean, he's probably the only one on this list I'm the most attached to outside of like Prompto. But like, if we're like on the like all or nothing suicide pact with the Final Fantasy characters, and it's either everything or nothing, then I guess we were cutting all of them.
Can we compromise and just have them all in one list because they're kind of like they all have to be together type of thing?
We can.
I feel like I think that's doable. Is our list?
They are a trio, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll do the Damn Boys from Final Fantasy 15.
Absolutely. That name makes ooh. I might have a new hill to die on.
Okay. Then the trio of companions, because they are all with you throughout most of that game. So,
that being said, I also feel that Trico is another lock in this.
He is literally that entire game.
Mm.
It is like a situation of like Jill, I think, like from Valhalla, where essentially.
Hey man, I don't know the boy in fucking the Last Guardian just likes to stand around, stomp his feet, and say Trico, and it's pretty good.
But like Trico is that game, essentially, is what I mean by that. I'm not super attached to Sam or Sully in this category.
Yeah.
Mostly because like, except for Sam's really great, but like that kind of theme has been explored a lot before. I'm
more attached to Sully than I am to Sam, but yeah.
Yeah.
We had his moment of fun in Uncharted 3.
Yeah. So we'll let both of those go. Tibby? Is Tibby the goat?
No. Tibby's just some...
Just trying to figure out who this fucking goat is, guys.
Dude,
It's just a random goat at the bottom of a chinko machine.
To help Tibby.
Yeah, who's Tibby?
He's this little bear with an afro who fell from heaven.
Say no more.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Dell is the best part about Gears of War 4. But he's not top 3. He's one of my favorite things in that game, though.
For sure.
As far as like making a new black comedic character after the Coltrane, Dell is completely different and absolutely amazing. But yeah, he's not gonna make it. I just want to give him mad props for like being awesome. I really like that actor who plays him as well. Yeah, he did a really great job.
John Donovan from Mafia 3, also awesome character. Michael Huber talks more about him in a more passionate light. I do like Donovan. Donovan's really a cool, like, he's the guy who helps you get the shit done after like your near-death experience. Like, he's the one who like gets you info on all the guys and like gets you in there. And of course, his ending climax for that game is like spectacular in his own really stupid way. But yeah, he can get cut. But props to him. Like, he's one of like the best characters in that game.
Okay, cool. He's gone. So we are down to Tibby, Dem Boys, Toma, BT, Trico, and Gabby. I feel like as far as like, I like the characters that really make the experience. For me, that's Trico, BT, and Dem Boys. Which I like more and more every time I say it.
I'm more...
At the same time, it's BT's kind of just you and Avishon, man.
I wish I knew more about it.
I know. I know he's probably not the strongest pillar in this group.
You're gonna have to sell me a little harder on Trico, at least for the win,
dude.
At least for the win.
No, not for the win.
No. That's what I mean. At least for the win, but I think Tibby can go.
How do you feel about that, Tony?
Unless that say no more was misguided, I think Tibby can go.
Unless we need to say more.
No, that is all that there is to his character.
Okay, then Tibby's going. I love you, Tibby. I don't even know you, but you sound all right.
All right, talk to me about Toma.
Yeah, what's going on with Toma?
Nothing. So he's another... Here's the thing. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE has a lot of characters in it, but the game is not good because of its characters. It's good because of its music and like and what it does as far. Yeah, exactly.
I will say the little of that I played of that game, Toma is probably like my favorite character.
He's the best character out of all of them, but still not a super good character.
Yeah,
I don't think he's better than Trico or BT or Gebby.
Okay.
Or Dem Boys.
Dem Boys. I feel like depending on, I mean, even just going off what you guys said about Gebby, like I feel like BT is the weak link here. But I really like what they did with that character. I am not one of those people that got like super attached to BT, but
were there people like that?
There were a few.
He's appropriate for the last cut.
Yeah,
He's appropriate. If we had a fourth spot, him.
Yeah, BT would be that fourth spot. He is really, really well done. I was very upset with what happens to him at the end, which I'm sure you can very much imagine.
Yes, yeah.
They full on Iron Giant him, but like it's very good. And I really liked him, but we can let him go. So we are left. Our top three are Dem Boys, Trico, and Gebby. Dem Boys obviously being Gladiolus, Prompto, and Ignis from Final Fantasy 15. If we had not like been explicit enough with that,
I would still say that just announce it anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we already kind of came to an agreement that like them boys would win, but like Trico, like like literally the beginning of that game is just like you find this wild animal, and like he is a wild animal who's like attacks you if you're not careful, and actually gets hurt and doesn't listen to you per se. But then like the more time you play that game, the more time you're together with that with Trico, and like all the moments you go through that game where like there's so many moments where it's like you're about to get hurt or fall or something like that, or even he's about to get hurt and fall, and you depend on each other so much just to get to help each other. Like he'll have like spears all over his body, and like it's bleeding, and like you actively have to go on top of his tall body because he's fucking huge, and like you have to like pull out those spears to get him out of them. And the way that game just like ultimately ends, just like it just solidifies like how much of a bond they had with each other, and it's so good.
My thing here in argument for Trico is that like the relationship with your companions in Final Fantasy is like more like that relationship is already established, and now the player is essentially reestablishing it for you, like as the player, not as Noctis, because that kind of already exists. So like it's the player actually gaining the bond with those three characters, whereas like Trico is truly like the character and the player starting from zero and then building that up together.
You know what? Yes. Trico has to win this, I feel.
And
just switched me around.
like that whole game is like you building that relationship. It is you and a companion. Like the whole idea is that you're partners.
You see, that's what I needed. That is what you needed to sell me.
Yeah, I think that like makes sense for like this category of like this is like that. The Last Guardian is a story of a boy and his companion, and I think the best companion stands out from that. Are we all okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah, but I will say,
here we go.
If I spoiled more of the game, I could probably sell you on Gebby too.
I don't want you to spoil
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, Trico.
Okay.
I could spoil Trico, and it would be the same thing.
Okay. I like Trico in this. This feels like a good category for him to shine, especially.
For sure.
Best companion goes to Trico from The Last Guardian with Dem Boys, and I'm gonna put in brackets here Gladio, Ignis, and Prompto from Final Fantasy, and Gebby from Owlboy running up. So congrats to Dem Boys. Best background character. So what is a background character? We had some questions about this earlier. So
I mean, we addressed it, but I guess to reiterate, just someone who's technically not really interactable, or is more of like a one-way conversation, more or less, or is this someone in the background who's like who really stands out, but you can never really control them. They're not really like a playable thing. They're just kind of like window dressing for an
and they
area.
probably don't have like an arc per se.
Yes.
They don't really go anywhere, but they that note delivers something.
Oh, then like, would Sigurd be here? Because he's got an arc.
We're gonna cut some.
Yeah, we'll cut some. We'll go through it first, and then we'll figure it out. Sigurd of Katarina, who's also known as the Onion Knight. Solitary Bill from Ratchet.
Known as the Onion Bro.
Onion Bro. Excuse me. Solitary Bill from Ratchet & Clank. Donna from Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. Yamato. Donna? Oh, wow. Okay.
He's a donut boy.
Okay. Yeah, donut boy. Is that Danny Juarez? Yamato Nadeshiko from Street Fighter V. Captain Quark from Ratchet & Clank. Tiki from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Barry Goodman from Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Father James from Mafia 3, Oscar Diaz from Gears 4, Marcus Phoenix from Gears 4, Gab from Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, John Doe from Batman the Telltale series. John Doe, in quotes, we are meaning the Joker for folks who are not familiar. Sydney Oram from Final Fantasy 15, Uncle Death from Let It Die, Professor Kukui. There's a way to actually pronounce that, and I don't know it.
Yeah.
From Pokemon Sun and Moon, who will come into your house and attack you. Aranea Highwind from Final Fantasy 15. Buccanary Bogwin from Owlboy.
Yep.
Dorothy from Valhalla. Dana Zane from Valhalla. Samuel Hayden from Doom. And the Bunny Man from Fury. So how are we feeling? What's a good first cut?
I got some weak things on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of wanted to shout out Gabe. He can go from Zero Time Dilemma. He's a good constant in that game. He's literally just designed to be a constant. He's just a dog. So, but he's in he's in every reality. It's just like a funny thing. Donut can go. A lot of good donut jokes. That's really the reason I like.
It's good.
Good donut jokes is good with me. Sydney can probably go.
Sydney?
Cindy? I don't know.
Sydney. Sydney. It's Sydney. Well,
yeah.
it's supposed to be Sydney, but they say Cindy in that game. But yes,
She can go.
Yes.
Professor Kukui is pretty good.
Yeah, dude, Kukui's pretty good.
Captain Quark can probably go.
Yeah.
He's still Captain Quark, but he's good in that game. He's fun. Solitary Bill's good.
That was a good joke.
It was a good joke. Some of these are just good jokes too, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yamato? Street Fighter?
No. I think that's a lock because that's Armika's partner. She's literally the background partner.
Yeah, Nadeshiko.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't know that. I didn't know her name. I think I asked Tony 6 times and he told me 6 times.
I think that makes it even more.
Yeah,
she
calls her name every time that you make her come in.
She is literally a background character, though.
Yeah.
She's in the background of stages. I guess she's also literally involved when you call her in for the booty slam.
I don't think it's the same thing.
It makes her less of what you say she is, but at the same time, it doesn't disqualify.
Yeah, we can come back to her if we go one way.
If anyone gets disqualified off this list, it would be Sigurd. So
I feel like the thing about Sigurd is his arc, that his little mini story that goes on in the background, you can totally miss, and it's
that's hard to find.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to find,
and it as I just said, it completely happens in the background.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Worthy in here.
I think he fits in the spirit of background character. I really I forgot about Aranea for female character. I actually really like Aranea.
Aranea is awesome.
Yeah, she's super cool. Did this ever happen to you, Nabashin? I was running around Duskai, just killing shit. And Aranea rode in on the airship, jumped down, and joined me for a fight.
I saw that happen online. That never happened to me.
It happened for me. I was like, "This is the greatest game ever!" But
I just car crash afterward because that's what happened.
No, it was fine. She
wow.
we hung out, and then she said, "Glad you guys are doing good." And then she fucking flew up into her airship and peaced out. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I don't know what instance, because I was doing stuff at night, fighting demons and shit. I don't know what instance led that to happen, but it was really cool. And I really like Aranea. I think she's a really great character.
I think it was a bug, honestly. Because what happened was she just appeared out of nowhere. She joined the fight and then immediately heart crashed when I saw. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they wanted stuff like that to happen more, but
maybe it's DLC.
Cause problems. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, I think Aranea is really cool because you meet her, you fight her. That's a cool fight. It's your first fight with a human character, and then
second. I guess the first one would be a mech.
Yeah, the first one he's in a mech, so like she's like a human proportion character. Let's say.
Okay.
And then like she comes back up and up, and she joins your party for a little bit, and then she peaces out. It's cool. She's in there in that game. She's fun. Again, I honestly would have thought more. She wouldn't have made it, but like she's a female character in that game that I think is really great. So I don't know if she'll fit as best background character because I think she's a little bit more proactive than that. But she comes up and like she's like transient enough that she could qualify as like a background character.
Okay.
How we feel about this Valhalla characters? I feel like Valhalla hinges mostly on background characters. So
It does, yeah.
Dorothy would be the one I would fight for on that one.
Yeah, Dana's really good. Dana's your boss. But Dorothy is the better one of the two characters.
Okay, we'll hold on to Dorothy then. I like the Bunnyman and Fury a whole lot. He's I wouldn't even call him a background character is the thing. He's a little bit more than that. He's a little bit less than like a main character.
I guess that's true.
Because I don't know how far you got into Fury.
Like the third boss. Like
Okay.
I'm not anywhere in that game.
There is one part where you go to a room and he's like, "I'll take care of this one," and he kills the boss before you get to that room.
Oh,
And
wow.
you go through the room. And he's like, and he essentially does the same thing he does throughout the rest of the game, where he explains the story of that boss, and he's like, "I just took care of this one since you've been putting in so much work." And then like in that kind of like very sardonic tone he has, which is phenomenal. And then like you just go through the room like you would fight the boss, but then you don't fight the boss and then just go right on to the next one. It's actually a really cool moment in that game because it kind of plays with that expectation. But I don't think he's going to hang here just because of his weird
It being just you and not being too much to say about him.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know if he fits in the spirit of this category.
How do you feel about Samuel Hayden from Doom?
I really like Sam Hayden.
I didn't get far enough to care for him.
He has some great moments like halfway through and at the end of that game.
Yeah, I didn't get far enough to care for him.
He's a robot voiced by Optimus Prime. I like him quite a bit. We can come back to him.
Would you prefer Marcus Phoenix or Oscar Diaz? Oscar Diaz was the uncle for Kate.
I feel like Marcus is a little bit too important. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah.
Even if he just kind of comes in, but he like comes back and he's like such an important part of that story. Like he's essentially just a character in that game. Oscar definitely fits more in the background. I don't think Oscar hangs.
No, he doesn't.
So I think it's okay to just get rid of both of them.
Mm-hmm. Father James is cool. The way they tell this story in Mafia 3 is it's kind of like documentary style. So like you see like an old man, an old reverend, just regaling like how he grew up with Lincoln Clay. Well, not really grew up, but he was kind of like he was kind of like an uncle to him, more or less, and like just how he grew, how he changed, and like you see like the despair in his face, like how you see like how like he was someone who he thought would be something just to become like a mass murderer, and just like you see like the despair and like and how it just weighs so much on his soul, how much because like he helped him for parts of it, like not necessarily with the killing, but like like helping him stay alive and somewhat giving him resources in a way just because of his history, but like at some points he cut ties with him. Yeah, Father James is amazing, but yeah, he can go.
Okay.
I'm not going for the cut yet, but for Dorothy, would we cut Dorothy on the same vein you cut Marcus?
I don't know how much she's in that game.
Right, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
She's not super important. She's just someone that comes there.
I think that of all of the all of the background characters in Valhalla, Dorothy is the most. She's there the most.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. She.
Do you want to put the other one back in lieu of this, or?
I feel like
Dana?
If the other one's like your boss, I feel like there's more arc and character development with that one. Like in the spirit of background characters,
Well, the thing is, like, Dorothy doesn't really have an arc. It's just that she's a really good character already.
Yeah, I think that fits the spirit. Then, yeah.
John Doe.
John Doe's probably not going to hang.
Nah.
There's not a lot of him. I really like their interpretation of the Joker just off the bat. He's cool. I like that they never call him the Joker. And I don't know. I'm excited to see where they go with him because they will obviously go somewhere with him. But yeah. Some people told me that they hated that the Joker was in that story at all. I like that the Joker is like completely just a side character. He's just a background character that enriched it. It's not about him at all, and I like that quite a bit. Because I think you can still do that. Like, there's so many people that just like their brain shuts down as soon as they see the Joker, and that's the wrong tack to take with it. Tell me about these Tokyo Mirage Session characters, because I don't know anything about either of them. I haven't opened my game, so.
So, okay, well, Tiki is the easy one to explain. Have you ever heard of Hatsune Miku?
Yeah.
Tiki is that, but for this universe.
She's a Vocaloid.
Yeah, but you can go see her in the computer world in person.
All right, so explain to me why she shouldn't win this category.
I can't do that. I mean, you went to a concert of a Vocaloid, so you know better than all of us.
I did. I attended a concert of a Vocaloid in one way or another.
You got real close.
It's a religious experience.
Barry Goodman is...
Barry Goodman is so... I've heard what he is, and it's so good.
He's a retired rock star from America who moved to Japan
because he's a big fucking weeb.
Because he's a super weeb, and he just like his job is to train like budding idols and turn them into awesome idols. That's it. That's Barry, and he's just he's obsessed with like this one character in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and it's so good.
Barry sounds
everything about how his character, like how he interacts with stuff, is great.
On premise alone, I fucking love Barry.
Do you want to help me explain Buccaneering Bogan?
Oh yeah. Basically, she's just a shopkeeper in Owlboy. Like it's like as soon as you get to like the second area, like it's like something you get to, and like it's just this spastic lady, just like, hey, how are you doing? And it's like, and like I just like her demeanor and it's the way she carries herself, and like Bogan is just this little like I guess it's like a stuffed penguin or something like that.
It's a real fat penguin.
Okay, it's a fat penguin. Okay, it kind of looks
real fat penguin.
Yeah,
or something that looks close enough.
Yeah, like I just like her. She's just like some cheery character that I like instantly fell in love with. Like I just like
you might be at odds with her in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because like the dynamic between Buccaneering and Bogan is Bogan ain't very smart. His one job is to pop out of the back room with an item that you ended up unlocking by collecting the coins around the world. He never gets it right. Ever. He's a lovable little guy, and every time she flips over it as well. And she does her best to hide it as well.
That's awesome.
But you absolutely know what's going on.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, in the history of this category, shopkeepers are at an extreme advantage.
It's true.
That's and then the other thing about this is Bogan's not alone here. There's an off mini quest to go off and find all, I want to say 12 of his brothers.
Damn.
Or maybe to Bogan's the 12th. And the other guys are just as good.
Okay. So, I like them. It's a good sound, good looks. Okay. We gotta start doing some stuff here. I think Sam can go. Sam Hayden.
Professor Cookie.
Satan. It's Satan. That's the joke. Samuel Hayden is Satan. It's Professor Kukui is.
Dude, he's a secret wrestler.
The more I hear about him, the more I like him. It's just like we got a lot of good characters, kind of like in that vein here.
But Alex,
yeah,
secret wrestler.
I mean, all right, Uncle Death. What about Uncle Death?
Don't you even go there.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
know he's the best background character.
Uncle Death is actually pretty fucking spectacular.
He's a Grim Reaper with weird red and white, like extending outwards, fucking weird glasses, and he rides a skateboard.
X-ray glass.
Sounds a lot like another game that came out this year.
What game's that? Dark Souls 3?
Manual Samuel.
Oh. Emmanuel? We can probably cut Erin here. She probably doesn't fit in this category the most. But she's really great. I like her a lot, and she's really cool. She's got like a big spear. Oh, she's cool.
We already said Tiki Kiga.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Barry is the stronger of those two, of that duo.
Yeah. I just like to explain what Tiki is because it's great.
Sigurd can probably go. It doesn't seem like he's gonna hang as well with these guys. Although you never forget your onion, bro.
It's true.
Never forget your onion, bro.
Yamato can go now. Like I just wanted her to get her dues.
I forgot.
I don't think she deserved it.
I'm gonna be straight up.
Like you can't even tell me I don't know. You play that game as Ardika. I summoned him. I don't give a shit.
Scott got the sass tonight. We're down to 5. Barry, Uncle Death, the Professor, if I may, Buccanary, Bogwin, and Dorothy. We gotta cut 2 here. I'm not attached to any of these characters, so I'm gonna kind of like let y'all go loose.
If I had to choose between Barry and Dorothy, I'd pick Dorothy.
For sure.
All right. Although I just love the idea of Barry.
Trust me, when you eventually take that game out of its shrink wrap, I'm sure Barry will be your favorite character in that game.
I'm dropping Uncle Death.
No, you're not.
He's a cheap ripoff.
No, he's not.
Pretty sure he is. Because if I can't remember the other game, but I'm pretty sure that's 3 Death skater posters that came out this year. He's the last one.
Yeah, but like, which of them is the best one?
The only one I have a good vision of is the one from Manual Samuel.
Well,
I looked into that game because I was interested, and then it was a co-op.
Look,
game.
man,
Uncle Death is
thing that happens in Let It Die. You get off of a train. Uncle Death shows up literally 3 inches from your face and says, "Senpai," and I'm like, I'm in.
When that happens,
sounds like I'm immediately out.
It's when that
you're
happened,
not helping yourself here. Would you cut Professor Kukui?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Done. What wins?
Though I still think Professor Kukui is better than Buccanary and Bogan.
Hey man, we got to make compromises here.
I know.
Does Dorothy win? Does Buccanary win? Does Uncle Death win?
I think Uncle Death wins.
Yeah, fine. Sure. I like Dorothy more, but personally,
I'd rather go for Dorothy.
I mean, hey, I'm okay with both.
Okay.
Scott would rather Uncle Death not win.
Right.
So this is how we do this.
Do you want to explain Dorothy? By the way, you haven't even done that. Tony.
Yeah. So Dorothy is like, okay, so humanity's answer to robotics in the future are these like weird, like they're like sort of human robots where like they make a robot and they are so realistic in like every way possible, including all of the not so PC ways.
Sexy parts.
That too. And they basically like an entire brain is uploaded into that robot. And that brain is persistent. So if the robot dies, the personality gets sent back to like the hive mind and then is put into a new robot. And these robots are super like advanced and they can mod themselves and get upgrades and that kind of stuff. But other than that, they pretty much just live like normal humans do. Dorothy is one of those. She's the specific model that she is looks like a 13-year-old girl, and she's a sex worker. So
damn.
And she's very proud of it. Like she's super happy to talk about. Like she's super excited about it, and like she's just like got such a bright, bubbly personality, and like just loves to tell you about the weird shit that some guy wanted her to do last night. And she's like, she acknowledges, she's like, at one point Jill's like, so how come you didn't go get upgraded? Aren't you like eligible for it? And she's like, yeah, but I get like being a little kid is kind of like my business model. And I was like, whoa.
Jesus Christ.
So that's Dorothy. She's just like, the best part about her is like she's just so unfailingly like charismatic and positive about everything.
Yeah, and she loves what she does, and she's not ashamed of it. And I just love that about her.
Sex positive. Best background character, Dorothy.
Don't kink shame.
That's right.
Listen, I was saying that was a good thing. With runners up being Uncle Death and Buccanary and Bogwin. Here we go. This is the big one.
Is he in the room?
Actually we might need a call in for this one.
What's up?
Is he in the room?
No, Danny is not in the house.
Okay. Well then that's probably it might make it better.
Yeah.
The next category is the Dat Boy Award for the most Danny Juarez character. Slippy from Star Fox Zero.
Probably.
Starting strong. Prompto from Final Fantasy 15. Genji from Overwatch. Rashid from Street Fighter 5. Gillian or Jillian, I don't know, from Valhalla. Sam from Stardew Valley. Litten. Fuck. From Pokemon Sun and Moon. How from Pokemon Sun and Moon. And the video game Battleborn.
All right, I'm making some cuts right now. We're taking Prompto off this list.
No! You can't take Prompto off this list.
It's not Danny.
Scott?
It's not Danny.
Danny and I had phone conversations at 3 o'clock in the morning about how Prompto he was.
Like, listen, you Prompto or Genji's got to go.
I am
Listen,
okay.
If you're gonna die on the hill of Prompto, then Genji's got to go.
Like, okay,
these people are almost opposites. Genji's just his favorite character.
Yeah, but he thinks he's Genji, so like that.
And why would I give him ammunition to think that more?
I mean, I guess that's valid.
He gave us an audio clip of his doing his ultra.
Yeah, it's true. We played that at the beginning of this fucking show one time.
And then the other one was Sam from Slade of That, because I really just don't think that fits.
He has Super Saiyan hair. That's the only reason I put him there.
Yeah, that's fair. The video game Battleborn probably doesn't fit either.
I think it does.
Really good, though.
I think it does.
I mean,
there's just like Danny would be the only one who thinks that that a character could be a game itself, and that would also be him.
I feel like we gotta give Danny a little bit of credit.
Yeah, come on, Scott.
No, this is the show. We don't do that.
Scott's just jealous because once he was my roommate and now Danny is my roommate.
Wow, silence.
Yeah,
I just don't want to hurt your feelings.
I think legit. How wins this category?
he's like the anti-rival.
He's the anti-rival, but he is like so fucking Danny Juarez. Because like you Pokemon battle him and then you win. He's like, cool. I guess I learned something.
You know what Danny told me yesterday?
What?
He was like, because he keeps telling me like, yo, dude, Pokemon Sun is in my 3DS, but I can't play it because I don't have time. And then yesterday he was like, I'm gonna play Pokemon Sun. Oh, my 3DS is dead.
What a fucking nerd.
I think Gillian is a good second as far as like Danny. Basically, Gillian's is the fuck boy of that game. Like they
He
literally
is
call him.
absolutely the fuckboy.
They literally call him a fuck boy in that game.
Yep. So that's
It gets better.
I don't think you need to, because like I now think Rashid and then Slippy now fill that other slot. One of the two.
I can see Rashid filling that as slot, but Rashid's too much of an asshole, right?
Is he really though? Like I don't really think he is.
Isn't he like kind of like a dick? I know he loves it.
No. You're thinking of Nash, and that's just how people play him, not him himself.
I'm talking about like personality wise.
How do you guys feel
No,
about
it's not. No, Rashid's. I'm pretty sure Rashid's nice.
How do you guys feel about Poplio?
Fucking get these Pokemon off this list.
Yeah. No.
If anything, it's like, is it long-haired Danny, and is that Rowlet in his later evolution?
Whoops. Hold on.
Sorry. There you go.
But Rashid is just like a social media head. Like I don't know. I don't know if that really fits him, honestly.
Yo, the third should just be Slippy. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
I think the third should be Prompto.
I think the third should be Prompto as well, but for some
wait,
reason,
what are the other two?
so
Gillian and
and
Howe.
Howe.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get rid of this Genji nonsense.
I like the tact of like not giving Danny ammunition. that is the best justification for anything. Also, we are dedicating an entire category in our Game of the Year show for just Danny Juarez because we love him a lot.
He's all right.
He's all right. Tony lives with him.
I do. Same room. It's weird.
That is weird. Does he ever like come in when you're like wanking it?
No.
Do you ever
He
go
just comes in just like the slow nod with the lip bite.
Do you ever go in when he's like wanking it?
No, dude. Most people are normal people, Alex.
I disagree. I really like Prompto for this third. He's not going to win, just going off the sounds of it, Scott. If that makes you feel any better. But like
it doesn't though, but like I don't care.
All right, I can get into that.
But like of these three, so we're down to our three: Prompto, Gillian, and Howe. Like Howe is like Danny Juarez 101.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just like when you meet him, he's like super happy, and his like dad is the kahuna of the first island you're on.
I've never met Danny's dad, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Danny's dad is the kahuna of whatever town he lives in.
Do you need me to ask him, hey, Danny, is your dad the kahuna?
But like normally you would get like the baggage of like, oh, I have all this pressure and shit, but like Howe is still smiling and having a good time. It's super positive throughout all of it. He's just like, he's got his arms behind his head. He's chilling. He's fucking on Alola, Hawaii, whatever. And he's just, he's just down to have a good time. That's Danny Juarez 101. He's the life of the party in the best way possible.
For sure.
So the Dat Boy Award for the most Danny Juarez character goes to Howe from Pokemon Sun and Moon, with runners-up being Prompto from Final Fantasy 15 and Gillian from Valhalla.
Everybody who's listening, tweet at Danny. Tweet at Stoke Danny. Is your dad the kahuna? Like that's how this want to see.
Hashtag IP Goaty.
Sure.
You don't have to hashtag it, but you absolutely do have to tweet at Danny that.
You don't have a Twitter? Make one, goddammit. This is the 21st century.
Yeah, Jesus, Scott.
He has one.
I have one.
I know. The last category we have for today. Finally.
I tweeted this year.
Jesus, man. How long have we been going?
Wait, 2017 you did?
You did. Wait, 2017. Did you tweet in 2017? I gotta know. He's tweeting right now just to make up for it. The last category is most unlikable character.
Just
Eric.
we didn't like.
Yeah, best character we hated. The most hated. Least likable. Eric from Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Insert Overwatch character from Overwatch. Which I guess is like whichever one we hated the most.
May.
Rafe Adler from Uncharted 4. Fung from Street Fighter 5. You tried to slip it up on me, but I got it. Poplio. Fucking who wrote Poplio on this fucking list?
Fuck Poplio.
This was the beginning of the year before you guys like fell in love with him.
From Pokemon Sun and Moon. Arden Izunia from Final Fantasy 15. Icarus from Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Asio from Owlboy.
The teacher who yells at Owlboy.
Okay. Lima from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Donovan D. Dawson from Valhalla. And Paul Serene from Quantum Break. Anything missing from this? I guess I'll add and then probably remove Clarissa from Oxenfree. She kind of acts as the antagonist of that game.
The Victoria of that game.
Kind of. But like
You might not have to, because I'm just gonna say we should probably remove the insert Overwatch character.
is that just like
Because the amount that I don't care is probably going to trump anyone's distaste for.
I actually like all the characters in that game, so
Some people don't like characters. I just didn't know if anybody had like a strong, like, oh, man, I really fucking hate Reaper or something like that. Like, I don't really hate anybody.
Man, I really hate May.
Well, on
'cause
this
Tony's bad at
particular
with
one, fuck you.
there you go.
And then I also think we can drop Asio.
Yeah, he sounds like a dick
For
though.
reasons not well. This would be like where he would shine then, but
So is this like
for reasons that Noption hasn't got to.
The category is people you don't like, honestly.
Right, but like we drop him for reasons you haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
so is this like
Not
Like-
a lovable character like Eric from Zero Time Dilemma. I hate that character. That character is a shitty character just because
This is the category we created for Until Dawn's Emily.
Yeah, it's true. I think even though we had it like the year before, because like I know it's probably contrary to how you feel about the character Nabashin. I really like Arden as a villain in that game, but like I don't know how strongly you feel about Arden.
I'm not too strongly disliking him. I don't think he hangs in this.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because like for me, he was a good villain. I know a lot of people that like him as a villain.
I think the best way to
So I'm
do
taking
this
off
one
this.
is who do you think? Pick out your locks.
Who is the shittiest character?
Eric
I'm-
Eric is a lock for me. I do not like Eric at all. Eric's a shitty fucking character.
I'm trying to think like if there's anybody I'm missing.
Because like I'm out from this one, so you're gonna have 3.
Yeah, I mean I like because I'm trying to think of any like I'm taking Poplio off this fucking list. Poplio.
No, fuck Poplio. Put him back on.
No, fucking Poplio is my beautiful baby boy Poplio. And you have him as a starter now. Fuck you, Tony.
I just like to instigate things.
I know. I hate it.
Hold on, I got
we're gonna
one.
fight
I got
enough.
One. I now have one.
Okay,
I
Tony.
now have a
Tony from Irrational Passions podcast.
Yo, I'm down to win this category.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that on there for now. I'm trying to think. Going through all the games in my head.
Did you like Wraith? I thought he was an asshole.
I thought he was an asshole, but he was like a really good villain. He's like the anti-Drake. That's why I liked him. But like I don't know. If he was like I hated him because he was a good villain, but does that mean he was a unlikable character? Technically, yes.
Yeah, I think that qualifies.
Okay.
Like Donovan, Donovan.
God, that guy's a dick.
He's a dick. He tells you like all the sleazy shit he does in his company. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, he said.
And then he's like, "Give me a big beer." Fuck.
The usual.
The
The
usual.
usual. It very quickly becomes the usual.
There's one character from fucking Deus Ex that sucks dick. God, I can't think of his name. Let me see if I can find it. Where are you at with this category, Tony?
I'm all for Tony from Irrational Passions. I think that guy's an asshole.
I'm pretty sure we're cutting that one
Is that too meta?
because you're not.
What is it? Too meta? You said?
Is it too meta?
No,
Mita.
That's what I heard. I was like, did you just say it's too meta?
Yeah, I said meta. It's too much meat in that.
it doesn't. Tony's not from the game, unfortunately.
Not
We
yet.
can dream, but he's not. So eventually it'll get cut. But he can hang on for now.
I kind of like Donovan's character. He's an asshole. Like, it's not a character that I would like in real life, but that he is a character, I kind of like it.
I mean, that fits in this category.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
Fuck, what was this guy's name? Dominic? No. Trying to find this fucking Deus Ex character.
Is that the hill you want to die on?
I'd
I'd like you to die on that hill.
It's. I mean, I'm sure you would make the rest of these deliberations easier. Duncan McReady, he sucks. I don't know if it's the hill I want to die on, but he fucking sucks. He's like essentially when you get back from this terrorist attack, you just like terrorist attack, blah blah blah. You get split up, and you work for Interpol, and he's like another one of the leaders. He gets assigned the case that you want to get assigned, and you get asked to get assigned, but he gets picked over you, and then he's just a total fucking asshole about it. Yeah, he's probably not gonna hang, but fucking Paul Serene. Yo, can we put Jack Joyce on this fucking list though?
Sure.
Is he gonna get removed?
I don't know. I like.
Is he more of an asshole than Paul is?
I mean, like Paul is like the villain, and he has way more personality than Jack Joyce. I think. I don't like Jack Joyce because there is nothing to like or unlike. He's like
He's an avatar.
He is super an avatar that runs around talking with this fucking cocky. Yeah, I don't have any characters I feel super strongly about. Who's Lima from Pokemon Sun and Moon?
That's that
Main villain.
The main villain, right?
I guess not the main villain. Is he a rival? He seemed like an asshole. That's why I put him on here. I thought like he would have grown to be one. I thought Tony would know who he is.
He's a trial captain.
Okay. Is he the first one?
He is hold on. Captain Lima. He's the first one, the one with the pink hair.
He's nice.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad character.
He had like a shifty face or something like that. Like I thought I don't know. I thought he would be.
When he like kind of you go through like this whole arc with him, it's weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Tells you about his like school.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that he was on the list.
He's all right. I don't think he needs to be here.
Yeah,
he gets better. He grows on you.
Icarus is just an asshole and mirrors that chalice. Like
Yo.
just the guy who'd be like, oh yeah, you're girls, like you can't beat me in the speed race, right? That type of guy. So that's
Fucking
dirtbag.
Correction. Fung is the worst fucking character of the year.
Why? He's fine.
The fact that they made him like a new character in a numbered Street Fighter game is garbage, and I hate everything about the way
I think
looks.
Yes, and like he took the spot for fucking Sagat. What the fuck, man? And then, there's a what's that called? What's that called? With the presidents, the mountain thing with the presidents. I can't remember.
Oh, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, there's a Mount Rushmore of all the Street Fighter villains. Have Bison and Vega and and Balrog, but like in the space of Sagat has Fong in it for whatever the fuck reason. So
Yeah, no, fuck Fung. And his name is Fang, but it's pronounced Fung for no good reason.
all right, so Icarus can go. Is Wraith seem like it's on here?
I feel like if we don't feel like strongly about Paul and Donovan. Tony likes Donovan. And we're not probably going to keep Tony on here, so I guess Rafe is on here by default.
Okay.
Well, I just got cut. Feels bad.
Feels bad, man. Now you know how Danny felt.
Yeah, true.
I think Rafe should take it.
What about Eric?
Eric's just a shitty character. Like he's the down.
So he's a lot like Fong.
Yes, in the aspect of Fong, yes, it's just a character I just super don't
So
like.
probably Fong then.
I'd be okay with Fong winning this just because, like, think about him taking up a slot in characters.
Oh, take another fucking slot. Just give him another. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Like, of 16 characters in Street Fighter V, fucking Fong is one of them. Literally anyone else would have been a better choice.
Like, for the type of character he is, it should have been Dan.
Yeah, and Dan would have been a better choice. Yeah, I think Fong should take it.
Yeah, Fong. Go ahead.
Let's do it. Most unlikable character, Eric and Rafe Adler, runner-up Fong from Street Fighter V. And that is the end of day 2. We did it, fam. So let's go through the categories one more time again. As I kind of clear up space again. The first category was Best Male Character, which we gave to Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4, with runners-up being the Goose from Pokemon Sun and Moon and Otis from Owlboy. Our favorite female character... let me stop sharing my screen real quick. went to Jill Stingray, or just Jill, if I must specify, from Valhalla, with runners-up being Fi from Zero Escape and Alex from Oxenfree. Best Overwatch character went to Mercy. Runner-ups being Genji and Reinhardt. What a dumb category. The best companion went to Trico from The Last Guardian, with runners-up being Dem Boys, Gladio, Ignis, and Prompto from Final Fantasy 15, and Gebby from Owlboy. The best background character went to Dorothy from Valhalla, with runner-ups being Uncle Death from Let It Die, and Buccanary and Bogwin from Owlboy. The Dat Boy Award for the most Danny Juarez character went to Hal from Pokemon Sun and Moon, with runners-up being Gillian from Valhalla and Prompto from Final Fantasy 15. And the most unlikable character went to Fung from Street Fighter V. Runners-up being Rafe from Uncharted 4 and Eric from Zero Time Dilemma. And that's it.
Yeah.
We did it. That wraps up our day 2 deliberations in our 5-part, 5-day extravaganza, game of the year, everything. Come back, join us here tomorrow, either on YouTube /Irrational Passions or on our RSS feed, irrationalpassions.com, etc., for more game of the year categories and deliberations, counting down to our top 10 games of 2016. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Nabashin. As always, it's been our pleasure to serve you.